Shalom. We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, underneath Commander General Yohanan. We are not affiliated or associated with any other Israelite group. This UPK South Carolina Sabbath service. We're going to begin. The Israel, Abajim. Shapar, we're going to go to Shapar.
Come on, sir. Come on, sir.
La Shala.
La Yasha Allah. Go to Shapar one more time. Alright. We'll go ahead and uncover the scroll. Sir, we're going to turn and face the east.
God, sir.
We're going to begin with the Lord's Prayer.
God, sir.
Lord's Prayer. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabashamayim.
Shabashamayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakuka.
Malakuka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Dawa.
Dawa.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Hashamayim.
Hashamayim.
Lathan.
Lathan.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Lakan.
Lakan.
Call.
Yawam.
Washalakinawa. Kawawapinawa. Kasalakinawa. Kawawapinawa. Wala'ah. Taba'ayanawa. Banasayawan. Abol. Awashayanawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Maka. Amalakwaf. Wahala. Wahataparaf. Ahalonium. Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh. Thy kingdom come.
The kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Give us our debts.
Forgive our debtors.
Forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
Into
temptation. But deliver us. From evil. And thine is the kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom.
And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Amen. What up? Bless Israel. Yahweh. Hashem Yahushua. Yahweh. Barakanawa. Washarala. Bayav. Saparium. Barak. Rapa'ah. Nagan. Hagan. All of Israel. Bashem Yahushua. The water. Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Israel.
In
the school. Bless Hill Shield protect. Our loved ones. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Hakak the power. Yahweh. Bashem Yahushua. Baba Kusha. Lathan Lanawa. Hakak. Larapa'ah. Kamalaka. Wakal. Marawa. Hakak. Lathahar. Latazarium. Hakak. Lahakwium. Hamathium. Hakak. Arakawav. Amatala. Lagarsham. Bashem Yahushua. The water. Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
The power
to heal all manner of sickness. And
all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The
power to raise the dead.
The
power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah,
Asha'ah,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Horium,
Horium,
Mahayan,
Mahayan,
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Azaria,
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 Ma'aim,
Ma'aim,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Asha,
Asha,
Shamayim,
Shamayim,
Waratazah,
Waratazah,
Ayatan,
Ayatan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Regalyaka,
Regalyaka,
Ayanawam,
Ayanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hana,
Hana,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yanawam,
Yanawan,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Yasharala,
Yasha'ala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Atal-
Ayad,
Ayad,
Yanyanka,
Yamyanka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hashamash,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yakaka,
Yakaka,
Wayakarak,
Wayakarat,
Balayala,
Balayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Makal Rai,
Karai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Af,
Af,
Napashka,
Napashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Tazaatka,
Tazaatka,
Wabawatka,
Wabawaka,
Ma'ata,
Ma'ata,
Wa'aid,
Wa'ai,
Alawam.
Alawam. What we just said in the English was, I will lift up my
I
eyes
lift up my eyes
to the hills.
to the hills.
From whence come my
Which
help?
comes my help.
My help come from Yahweh,
Help comes from
which
Yahweh,
made heaven and earth.
made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He will
moved.
not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee without slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth
he
Israel
that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh's thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
Yahweh's thy
hand.
shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by
The
day,
sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by
nor
night.
the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time
from
forth
this time forth
and even
and
forevermore.
even forevermore. What? Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim,
Al-Damayah.
Adamaya,
Aka.
Aka.
Al-Thakarash.
Thakarash.
Wayal.
Wayal.
Washikwat.
Dashakwat,
All. Kayahana.
Ayanaha,
Awayabatika.
Ayobayak,
Yahama.
Yahama,
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash,
Al-Makah. Al-Makah.
Amakah,
Ya'arim Yawa.
Ya'arim Yawa,
Sawada.
Sawada,
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Yatazawa.
Natazawa,
Altazawanyaka.
Natazawanya,
Armawa.
Armawa,
Lanawa.
Lanawa,
Wanakakadam.
Wanakakadam,
Magaya.
Makaya,
Wala'ah.
Wala'a,
Yazakar.
Yazakar,
Sham.
Sham,
Yasharala.
Yasharala,
Iwada.
Awada,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Natazawa.
Natakaza,
Laba.
Laba,
Yakadwa.
Yakad,
Al Yakar.
Ayakad,
Barayath.
Bariath,
Yakarawafwa.
Yakarwatwa,
Ahalya.
Ahaya,
Arawam.
Arawam,
Wa.
Wa,
Yashamai.
Yashamai,
Allah.
Allah,
Yam.
Yam,
Ma'awaba.
Ma'awaba,
Wagariam.
Wagariam,
Gobal.
Gobal,
Wamawan.
Wamawan,
Wamalak.
Wamalak,
Palashat.
Palashat,
Am Yashabyaka.
Am Yashabyaka,
Gazawar.
Tazawar,
Gum.
Gum,
Ashawar.
Ashawar,
Nalawa.
Alawa,
Amam.
Aman,
Hayawa.
Hayawa,
Zarawai.
Zarawai,
Labanya.
Labanya,
Lawat.
Lawat,
Salah.
Salah,
Asha.
Asha,
Laham.
Laham,
Kamadian.
Kamadian,
Kasaya.
Kasaya,
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah,
Kabadian.
Kabad,
Banakal.
Banakal,
Kakwashwan.
Lakashwan,
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa,
Bayan.
Bayan,
Dara.
Dara,
Hayawa.
Hayawa,
Daman.
Daman,
Larama.
Adama,
Yashatamwa.
Shatam,
Nada.
Nada,
Yamadwa.
Namatwa,
Kara.
Kara,
Wakazaba.
Wakazaba,
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak,
Wakadazal.
Wakadazal,
Mana'ah.
Mana'a,
Call.
Call,
Nasa Yakamwa.
Nasakamwa,
Ashar.
Ashar,
Amarwa.
Amawa,
Nasharasha.
Nashara,
Nasharasha.
Nasharasha,
Lanawa.
Lanawa,
Af.
Af,
Nawaf.
Na'awaf,
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Sawathamwa.
Samathamwa.
Galya.
Galya.
Lakwash.
Lakwash.
Lapanga.
Lapanga.
Rakawa.
Rakawa.
Kayash.
Kayash.
Tabaar Ara.
Tabaar Ya'ara,
Wakalaba.
Wakalaba,
Dalahat.
Dalahat,
Arayama.
Arayam,
Kan.
Kan.
Daradakma.
Daradakma.
Wasaarka.
Wasaarka.
Wasaba.
Wakazaba.
Wakata. Tabahalama.
Tabahalam.
Mahala.
Mahala.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Walawan.
Walawan.
Waya.
Waya.
Wakwashwa.
Wakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Waya.
Waya,
Bahalwa.
Bahalwa,
Ayaid.
Ayaid.
Waya.
Waya,
Karapawa.
Karapawa,
Waya.
Waya,
Abodwa.
Abawa,
Waya.
Waya,
Da'awa.
Da'awa,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Atha.
Atha,
Shamka.
Shamka,
Yahawa.
Yahawa,
Labadka.
Labadka,
Al-Yawan.
Al-Yawan,
Al-Kal.
Al-Kal,
Arataza.
Arataza. What we just said in the English was, keep not thy silence,
Keep
O
not thy
Yahweh.
silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo thy enemies.
For lo thy enemies.
Make a tumult.
Make a
And
tumult.
they that hate thee.
They that hate
have
thee.
lifted up their head.
Have lifted up their
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden
And
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them off.
let us cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a
That the
nation.
name of
The
Israel.
name of Israel
May be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted
They
together.
have consulted together
With one
with
consent.
one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee,
The tabernacles of Edom.
tabernacles of Edom,
And the
and the
Ishmaelites.
Ishmaelites
Of Moab.
of Moab,
And the Hagarenes.
the Hagarenes,
Gabal.
Gabal,
And Ammon.
Ammon,
And Amalek.
Amalek,
The Philistines. With
Philistines,
the inhabitants of
the
Tyre.
inhabitants of Tyre.
Assure also is joined
Ashur
with
is also joined with
them.
them.
They have hope in the children of
They have
Lot.
hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Allah,
Do unto them.
do unto them
As unto the
as
Midianites.
unto the Midianites,
As to Sisera.
as to Syrian,
As to Jabin.
as to
At
Jabin,
the brook of Kasai.
at the brook of Kasab,
Which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the
They
earth.
became a dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a reb.
Make the nobles like a
And
Reb,
like Zeel.
and like Ze'er,
Yea.
Ze,
All their princes as Zabah.
all their princes of Zabah,
And as Zamuna.
and as Zamuna,
Who said,
who
Let
said,
us take to ourselves
let us take to
the
ourselves
houses of Yahweh in
the
possession.
house of Yahweh in possession.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh,
Make them like a wheel.
make them like a wheel,
As to stumble before the wind.
at the stumble before the
As the
wind,
fire burneth their
as the
wood.
fire burn the wood,
As the flame set the
as
mountains
the
on
flame
fire.
that set the mountains on
So
fire,
persecute them
so persecute them
with thy tempest.
with thy
And
tempest,
make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame,
That they may seek thy name.
they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh,
Let them be confounded.
let them be confounded
In trouble.
and trouble
Forever.
forever.
Yea.
Yea,
Let them be put to shame.
let them be put to shame
And perish.
and perish,
That men may know.
that men may know
That thou.
that thou,
Whose name alone.
whose name alone
Is Yahweh.
is
Are
Yahweh,
the most high.
the Most High
Over all the
of
earth.
all the earth.
Alright, sorry. Turn back and face the front. Gonna sit the scrolls back down. Alright, men of Israel, we're gonna be seated. Alright. Sabbath service is about to begin. We're gonna go back to the book of Genesis, chapter
47 and
47 and
16.
and
sir.
16.
47:16, sir. Out of the knock, the Hebrew. Waya Amara. Yawasap. Habarwa. Makwa Nakam. Wa'a Thanaha Lakam. Bama Kwanayak. Salakia. Bama Kwana Yakam. I'm a pot. Let me see. Kasap, verse 17. Waya ba awa atha makwa na yaham Allah yawasap waya than laham wayasap lakam basa wasaya yam waba makwanaha hataza an waba makwanaha habakwara waba kamarayam waya halam bala kam bakal makwa naham bashana badashaha ha hawa'a, verse 18. What the thumb hashanaha ha hawa'a wa ya bawa'a Alayawa, Bashana, Hashanayatha, Slaki, Hashanatha, Hashanayath, Slaki, Waya Amarwa, Lawa, La'a, Naka, Kad, Ma'a, Danaya, Kaya, Am, Thum, Ha, Kasap, Wamakwa, Naha, Ha, Baha, Maha, Allah, Adanaya, Allah, Nasha, Awa, Ara, Lapa, Naya, Ada, Naya, Abba, Thaya, I'm, Gawa, Yathanawa, Wa'a, Damatha, Nawa. Verse 19. Okay. Lama'a, Nama, Waf, La'ai, Yana, Yak, Gum, Ana, Kanawa, Gum, Ada, Matanaiwa, Kwana, Atha, Nawa, Wa'af, Ada, Matanawa, Abba, Lakam, Wana, Ha, Yaha, Anaka, Nawa, Wa'a, Damatha, Nawa, I, Badayama, Lapa, Ra'ai, Wathan, Wathan, Zarai, Wana, Kaya'a, Wala'a, Nama, Waf, Wakha, Adamaha, La'a, Thasham. Verse 20. Waya, Kwan, Wayasap, Atha, Kala, Adamath, Matazariyam, Alpa, Ra'a, Kaya, Maka, Rawa, Matazariyam, Ayash, Shadaha, Wa, Kaya, Kazakwa, Allah, Hum, Hara, Aib, Wata, Haya, Ha'arataza, Alpa, Ra'a. Verse 21. Wa'af, Ha'aim, Ha'ai, Bara, Athawa, La'ai, Rayama, Makwatazaha, Gaba, Wala, Matazariyam, Wa'id, Kwatazah, Hawa. Verse 22. Rakwa, Ada, Math, Haka, Hanayam, La'a, Kwanaha, Kaya, Kakwa, Laka, Hanayam, Ma'af, Para'a, Wa'a, Kalawa, Atha, Kakwam, Ashar, Nathan, Laham, Para'a, Isle, Kan, La'a, Maka, Rawa, Atha, Adamatham. That's it, sir.
All right, Most High Christ. You got that hand. All right, we're going to go to the English.
Come, sir. Verse 47 and 16 out of the King James Version, the English. And Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle, if money fail. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year.
Right, so for an exchange for bread, they gave Joseph all of their cattle.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like it.
Verse 18. When that year was ended, they came unto him the second year, and said unto him, we will not hide it from my Lord.
They will not what?
We will not hide it from my Lord.
They would not hide it from Pharaoh.
Hmm.
So everything that he got, this brother was so righteous, even to this filthy, disgusting heathen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even though Pharaoh was a heathen, he still did right by Pharaoh.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And we should take, and that's what makes us different from these heathens. Even though we are in captivity,
That's right.
we still are honest. We still do right by these heathens.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes to show you how much of a better people we are than
That's right.
these so-called oppressors.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially brothers inside of this school. Like, you know how many times we don't have chances where we could have took advantage of Esau or did whatever we wanted to do.
Right.
But we're such a honorable people, man, and we pride ourselves on being respected, that we don't take advantage of Esau even if we could.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come, sir. Verse where we at? Verse that bread. When that year was ended, they came unto him the second year, and said unto him, we will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also hath our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord, but our bodies and our land.
That's it. He said they gave Pharaoh everything but their body and their land.
Con, sir. They gave him all.
That's it. They gave him everything.
Con, sir.
But their bodies and their land. Let that be a lesson for you sisters. Don't give your bodies away out here. Don't give your bodies away.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else on that up?
Yeah, we still got a little bit more.
All right, come on, go ahead.
Verse 19. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land?
Right. So they saying they'd rather eat than die in that land.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got all. It's just like no different than today. Like you might have all the wealth and the cars, the clothes, and everything, but if you don't have no food, what's the use? What you gonna do? Eat your Rolls Royce? You gonna make a Rolls Royce sandwich? No, you need food to survive. You know what I'm saying?
Gone, sir.
That's another powerful thing, man. Water and food is going to become very scarce.
That's right.
Here in a few, man.
That's right.
ISUPK has been saying this, man, since 1969, that this place is going to fall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, can we go back to in that part where it said money had failed?
Con, sir. I can go there, sir. Verse 15. And when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph.
Came into who?
Came unto Joseph.
And that's what's going to happen here, man.
Mm-hmm.
When all the money falls in this land, like the money is going to fail in Egypt. In America. I don't know if people don't believe it. I don't know what type of world they living in where they think it's just going to continue to flourish.
Right.
You know, people out here taking trips. They're not preparing for what's about to happen.
That's
man.
right, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a slavery that I work for, and they deal with like sodas and stuff like that.
Right, right.
But they also deal with water. The heathen, just like the guy that owned the store over here, the Elamite told me, he said that they're starting to raise the prices up on 24 packs of water.
Mm.
He said, you know, he used to get the cases of water for about
Right.
$3.
Right.
But now they charging him $6 for a case of 24 packs of water. And he orders about maybe 40.
Mm.
So now, if they're charging him $6, imagine what he's gonna charge.
Gonna double it, isn't it?
Sooner or later, you're gonna try to go get you a 24 pack of water that you used to get buy for $5. You're gonna go in there and it's gonna be $8.
Right.
It's gonna be $8, $9.
Come on, sir.
Because this place is about to fall, man.
That's right.
This land is about to fall, and then think about how it's gonna be when it gets scorching hot, like how it is,
That's right.
and water is $10 a case. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be able to sell it, man.
That's right.
And you know, like Coca-Cola, like they like competitions with the slavery that I'm at. They don't even have any water.
Right.
And you know, Esau, he's such a devilish bastard. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard this phrase lately.
Right.
Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to work. That's all they've been saying.
Right.
So these companies, they can't produce water quick enough because, like they say, nobody wants to work. So they don't have anybody in the plastic companies anymore.
Dang.
They can't even produce enough plastic for the bottled water.
Man.
From now, it's a shortage of it.
Right.
But what they don't understand is the Most High, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that people don't want to work. People are just tired of going to Esau and dealing with him, man. They're tired of dealing with Esau, man. You go to these jobs, you try to go to your job just to work, man. And you got to get harassed by some piece of trash devil, man.
Right.
Some devil you know you can mop the floor with.
Right.
He stands over you and try to talk down to you like you're nothing.
That's right.
Like, nobody wants to do that no more.
Right.
And then you devils were so proud and so happy that you deported our Isupkribe brothers that you thought it was going to be beneficial for you. But the Most High has put something else in place, man.
Right.
You deported our brothers. Now you have nobody that wants to do the jobs.
That's right. That's right.
Nobody wants to work for you anymore.
That's right, sir.
Issachar doesn't want to come on your job site because he can't trust you either.
Can't trust.
He know y'all a bunch of devils just like we know.
Right.
They know if they come on your job, it's a chance that they might try to call ICE on you.
Right,
So
right,
guess
right,
what?
right.
Issachar rather just go do construction somewhere or
Right.
do roofing, make good
Right.
money.
Right. Count on, sir.
Stay out the way. You keep your plant jobs. Go ahead, you got it.
And it's when you said water's getting scarce, a lot of people don't understand there's a lot of truth behind it. I was looking on the TV report, and in Minnesota, the lakes are drying up. Minnesota's a land of 1,000 lakes, man. Fresh water. And they actually drying up. This heat is beating down on the earth, and the earth is taking a toll. You know, the Most High got something in plan in store, you know, like you said.
Yeah,
The
right.
water is scarce, and pretty soon they ain't gonna need no plastic. They're gonna have to get something, whatever rain come down, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
It's like, you can go ahead.
Back when money fell?
Come.
And when money fell in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, and all of Egyptian came to Joseph and said, "Give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? Or for the money faileth." Verse 16, and Joseph said, "Give your cattle, and I will give you your cattle if money fail." We're back on the
Keep going up.
Okay. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for their horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses, and he fed them with bread all their cattle for that year. Ooh, that's a lot of grain.
That's a lot, man.
Wow. In verse 18, when that year was ended, they came unto him the second year, and said unto him, "We will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent. Our money is spent. My Lord also have our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord but our bodies and our lands.
That's it. He said, "Look, we give you we give you everything. Just give me a loaf. Just give us a loaf of bread." That's so common amongst them Hamites.
Wow.
That's still their spirit today. Like you go over there, they would give you anything.
Right.
For a grain of rice.
Right.
To my a rice piece this big, you can have it all.
Wow.
You can have it all. You can have these two. Go ahead. You can go ahead. You go ahead.
Verse 19. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, before both we and our land? But us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be the servants unto Pharaoh. Wow. And give us seed, that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate.
Right. So they wanted to get like seeds so they can start planting things, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't want the land to be desolate, man.
Right.
They was like, listen, even though everything's going on, give us seeds. Like, that's what people don't understand. We've been so brainwashed in Esau society.
Right.
We don't even understand the importance and the value of having seeds, man.
Right. Con, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We don't even understand that. Like, a seed is precious.
Con.
With a seed, guess what you can do? You can plant things. You can have other things happen. You can make more food and stuff like that. Like back then, even when we was coming out of slavery, we understood the importance of having these things, man. But now we don't been so pacified thanks to Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King. We don't understand the value of things anymore.
Sir. If I can elaborate, sir, a lot of people don't understand that the seeds have a lot, and you're exactly right, sir. If I can expound on this.
Oh yeah.
The seed, so much so that real seed is hard to find because it's been hybridized. You can throw a seed in the ground, but it won't yield another seed to reproduce itself. And that's what we have out here. You got to go to some of these feed stores where they're charged exorbitant amounts just to get real seed. And the farmers know that. A lot of people, we don't know, and a lot of people, you talk to a lot of people, oh, I'm just going to the store to get some corn. Man, they don't even know corn actually grow in the field. They just think you go to Ingles or go to Food Line, Publix. That's what people think food comes from.
That's it.
That need land, it needs soil, it need water. Some of them don't even know how to grow it. The seed wouldn't even come up right. Plant it too deep. We have gotten away from the actual growing of food. And it's going to take its toll on this earth.
Yeah, right. Get in brother hand. He's right, because guess what? Sooner or later, you're going to see the flea markets packed with damn lines in the damn street.
Exactly.
It's already getting to that point now where you starting to see rich Edomites come down to the flea markets. Back when we was going to the flea markets,
right,
which I still go to now.
Sir.
You didn't never see Edomites coming to the flea market. They didn't come because it was too many Mexicans. Too many African Americans. We don't want to breathe in their air. But now they starting to see the value in that good food that Isupk grows, man.
Sir.
And now they starting to come and try to come around and everything like this. Damn, I can't stand them, man.
And like you said, sir, when I go to with flea market, Isupk, if I could say, sir, Isupk grows larger food. Our people know how to take something and grow it twice the size.
Damn right.
With less land. We know how to grow food. Our people, but a lot of our people, stuck to the point where we don't even know where food comes from, and and this whole earth is just in trouble. Babylon is falling.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Get that brother hands. Yeah, right, man. Hey, this place is falling, man.
That's Con, sir.
Oh, you go ahead up.
And verse Pharaoh, give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. Verse 20. And Joseph brought all the land of Egypt. He bought, Slakia, and Joseph bought all the land of Egypt.
He did what?
He bought all the land of Egypt.
And guess who had the land of Egypt back then?
Wow.
Because they weren't Israelites then, but a Hebrew had it.
Right.
All you Kemet scholars, we see what's going on with you Kemetic scholars.
God, sir.
You Kemetic scholars are truly keeping the traditions of Kemek. Is it Kemek?
God, sir.
You know, y'all like to touch on them little kids.
Right, sir.
Some people like to touch on kids. They're not being polite to these people out here.
That's right,
touching
sir.
them kids.
That's sad, sir.
And getting exposed.
That's right.
We can keep going. I ain't gonna talk about it.
That's right, sir. And Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh.
He bought all the land of Egypt from Pharaoh.
Con, sir.
Go ahead.
For the Egyptians sold every man his field.
They sold everything.
Wow.
They sold everything.
Wow. Because of the famine prevailed over them.
Man, listen, when somebody hungry, man,
Right.
they get desperate.
Right.
They get real desperate.
Con,
They
sir.
get hungry, people get desperate, man.
Con.
You're gonna start seeing that here in a little bit. Sooner or later, man, this land is gonna be it's gonna be more worse than what it is now, man.
Con,
You know what I'm saying? Like sooner or later, man, you're gonna have people having sex for a sandwich. Sooner or later, somebody gonna have, if you got chicken spam and a little bit on 2 loaves of bread, you're gonna have 3 wives, man. Like, you think prostitution is bad? Wait till the food gets scarce, man. It's gonna be disgusting out here, man, because you got devils who got tons of food, man.
Right.
And they on purpose is gonna starve out people, man.
Right.
They're gonna starve whole neighborhoods with black people, man.
Right.
They're gonna starve you out and get you to a point where you're gonna be so desperate that you're gonna be willing to do anything, man. And it's gonna be worse than what it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what your pastors are not telling you. They're not preparing you for what's about to happen in this earth, man. Like all these things you're seeing on TV, all these wars, even the thing with Afghanistan, with America pulling out. Your pastors are not telling you what's going to happen here, man.
That's right.
Like, they're not warning y'all, man, because it's going to happen, man.
That's right, sir. As that Sharp put down there, they're damn right that we're the salt of the earth.
Damn
And
right.
our people are. But you're right, sir. So Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, for the Egyptians. So every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them. So the land became Pharaoh's. And as for the people, he removed them to cities, from one end of the border of Egypt, even to the other end thereof.
Read that again.
Damn. Whoa. And as for the people, he removed them to cities, from one end of the border of Egypt, even to the other end thereof.
He moved them he moved them out of the land of Egypt, man. That's what it said. Read that again. Not Salah.
Sir.
Concentration was.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And as for the people, I go from the top first.
Con.
And Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh.
He did what?
He bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh.
So this is how Pharaoh got more power in the land of Egypt.
Con.
He got it because Joseph got all of the people in the land of Egypt to give them everything. And he gave all of that power to Pharaoh. This is like how like what you're reading about now is how a president gets their power. You know what I'm saying? Like, this power structure has always been something that's been established, man, you know, with the Most High. But now you're starting to see how Joseph showed Pharaoh how to get power from the people.
Sir.
You take over the land, you rule everything, and now you become that powerful structure and amongst the people in the land.
That's right, sir.
You gotta go here.
He said, for the Egyptians sold every man his field.
They did what?
He sold every man his field.
They sold everything. Their fields, their lands, and Joseph bought it all and he gave it to Pharaoh. And Pharaoh had a lot of power. A lot of power.
And if I may say, sir, this ain't the bad. This is choice land. Because this is the fields out there with the fertile land. Because he moved them to the cities. That means this had to be the country land.
Yeah.
It had to be on choice lands out there in the country.
Yeah, they
where they grew. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Where they grew corn and beans and rice. Where they had the good fields. And Joseph bought that. Wow.
You go ahead.
For the Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them. So the land became Pharaoh's. And as for the people, he removed them to cities.
He did what?
He removed them to cities.
He took all of the people from the fields and put their ass in the city.
Lord,
you know what I'm saying? Like, Esau's such an idiot. He does the opposite of that. He takes you out the city and puts you in the field.
Right.
And put you in the country. But Joseph was such a wise man. He knew the importance and the value of having all of that land. If you got all of this land, guess what you can do? You can grow food.
Sir.
You can have animals. You can have
Right.
livestock. You can do all of these things.
Right.
So what Joseph did was he took everybody out of the country parts,
Right.
and put them in the city.
Right.
And imagine what it did for Pharaoh in his city. Like, Pharaoh has all of these various things. It started to build up a city.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand. Like, what we're reading about is how lands like New York got popular. You know, this was something that was done by Joseph.
Sir.
Joseph took everybody out of the fields, out of that land, and put them in the city. Oh, you go ahead.
That's right, sir. And as for the people, he removed them to cities from one end of the borders of Egypt even to the other end thereof. Only the land of the priests bought he not.
He did what?
Only the land of the priests bought he not.
So he didn't take the land of the priest for Pharaoh. You know, his magicians and all of them stupid bastards. Like, I can't think of some of the priest names that the brothers, the Kemetic scholars always like to talk about, but, you know, Joseph still had enough respect not to take the land from the priests. Go ahead.
Right. For the priests had a portion assigned them of Pharaoh, and did eat their portion which Pharaoh gave them. Wherefore they sold not their lands.
They didn't sell that. They didn't sell their lands.
Let's see, we got one more. I think that was it, sir. We'll be on back to the Tanakh on 23.
We'll go back to the Tanakh.
Sir. The Tanakh, Hebrew, verse 23, Genesis 47:23. Wayamara, Wayasa Allah, Ha'im Ka'an Khan Swaki, Quanayath Ya, Atakam Hayawam, Wa Ada Matakam Lapa Ra'a Ha'a Lakam Zara'i Wazar Ra'a Thumb Atham Ha'a Dama'a, verse 24. Waha Yaha Batha Bawa'af Wana Thatham Kama Yasha Yaf Lapa Ra'a Wa'a Raba'i Haya Daf Yahweh Lakam Lazarai Kasha daha. Wala a kalakam. Wa a ashar. Ba batak yakam. Wa a akal. Lata pakam, verse 25. Wa ya amarwa. Wa haka yata nawa. Namataza kan ba'ai yanaya ada naya waha yayanawa the I Salaki Abba the yam lapa ra'a, verse 26. Wa'a yash wa Salaki wa yash wa yasham Salaki Atha Ataha ya wasap lakakwa id haya wam hazaha il ada maf matazariam lapa ra'a laka masha rakwa ada maf haka hanawiyam labadam la'a hayata, verse 27. Wayash Shalakia Wayashab Yasha Ra'al Ba'arataza Mataza Rayam Ba'arataza Gashan Waya Akazawa Baha Wayapa Rawa Waya Rabawa Ma'ad Waya Kaya, verse 28. Waya Kaya Ra'ai Kwab Ba'arataza Ma'atar Zariam Basha Shabai Slaki Shabai Asha Raha Shanaha Waya Haya Yamaya Ya'ai Kwab Shanaya Kaya Yawa Shabai Shanayam Aya Rabaya Yam Wama Af Anaha, verse 29. Waya Kwabawa Ya Mawa Washa Ra'al Lama Waf Waya Kwara Laba Nawa Laya Wasap What Tasap Salaki Waya Wa Tap Waya Amara Lawa Im Na'a Maza Athoya Kan Ba'ai Yana Yak Shayam Na'a Yadak Thakatha Yarakaya Wa'ai Shayaf Imadaya Kasad Waya Maf Allah Naya Thakwa Bara Naya Bama Tazariyam. That's it, sir.
All right, Most High Christ. We can go back to the English.
Okay. We got verse 23. It's Genesis 47 and 23 out of the King James Version of the Bible. 47 and 23. Then Joseph said unto the people, Behold, I have bought you this day and your land for Pharaoh.
He said he did what?
I have bought you this day and your land. Let me read that again, sir. Then Joseph said unto the people, Behold, I have bought you this day and your land for Pharaoh. Lo, here is seed for you.
And he did. And they got finesse, man. They got finesse. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else can we say? But it was a righteous finesse. It wasn't anything where you finesse him and you got some type of diabolical plan with it. Like, everything Joseph did was in benefits for Pharaoh. And they should have been happy because guess what? Pharaoh was one of their own people. So whatever he got for Pharaoh, even though it went to him, it was still beneficial for them Egyptians.
Mm-hmm.
Because Pharaoh's their people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what Joseph did, he didn't do it for the benefits of his people. He did it so Pharaoh could establish his people. But Joseph was smart too. Go ahead.
Sir. I have bought you this day in your land for Pharaoh. Lo, here is seed for you, and ye shall sow the land. And it came, and it shall come to pass in the increase that ye shall give the 5th part unto Pharaoh, and 4 parts shall be your own, for seed of the field, and for your food, and for them of your household, and for food for your little ones. So, like as if I may say so.
You got it.
That's how you know they took, instead of a 10th, Pharaoh taking a whole 5th. He's taking instead of 1/10 or something, 1 out of 10. He's taking he's taking 4 out of 5. He's taking 1 out of 5. He's taking more. Fifth part into Pharaoh. Seem like they're taking more,
Mm-hmm. Taking more. Read that again for the top.
Count, sir. And it shall come to pass in the increase that ye shall give the 5th part unto Pharaoh.
Right. We're gonna go ahead and call up one of the brothers.
Sir.
Trying to think. We're gonna call up brother Ashaya Allah.
Ashaya Allah, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashala.
Ashaya Allah, Ban Yahweh, Ban Yashala.
Yahweh Shemi Al-Shah Brakta.
Yahweh Shem Shem Brakta. Alright, we're gonna and here's where we can be seated. Slaka, we're gonna start back. You can let him read Kazakh.
We're on verse 24.
Genesis 47 and 24. And it shall come to pass in the increase that ye shall give the 5th part unto Pharaoh, and 4 parts shall be your own, for seed of the field, and for your food, and for them of your households, and for the food of your little ones. Verse 25. And they said, Thou hast saved our lives.
They said what?
Thou hast saved our lives.
They told Joseph, you have saved our lives. Because he did. And what he did was very wise, man. Joseph was a righteous man. And that's how we should be in here, man. It's like, even though we might be amongst the heathen, when you do things like this, they can't deny the fact on how righteous you are and how you save lives, man. We're going to get back to that point where we're going to be in that authority again, man. And these heathens are going to tell us the same thing. They're going to say, y'all have saved our lives, man. When this empire fall, you know, we get back into rulership, man, a lot of these filthy heathens, they're going to be happy that we in the rulership, man.
Sir.
You know, especially them Hamites over there eating each other with rice. you know, they waiting on the bag of rice to fall out the sky so they can cut up the first person they see and have rice with human stew. You know what I'm saying? They gonna eat it with their hands.
That's right.
Some type of way. Disgusting as hell. You go ahead, you got it out.
Thou hast saved our lives. Let us find grace in the sight of my Lord.
Let them do what?
Find grace in the sight of my Lord.
Somebody define the word grace for me.
Okay, I'll look it up, sir. Okay, let's see. Right here, sir. The definition of grace. Well, man, turn it on here. Oh, it's lucky. Power went off. Okay. Grace, the definition of grace, simple elegance or a refinement of movement. Or, second definition is courageous goodwill, at least, courageous goodwill, sir.
That's what it is, a courageous goodwill, man. They wanted to show a courageous goodwill in the sight of Joseph, man. Like, in other words, what can we do to show our thanks for what you've done to us?
Sir.
Go ahead.
Turn to me, sir.
Come.
And we will be Pharaoh's servant.
They would be what?
Pharaoh's servant.
So now Pharaoh has everything in the land of Egypt. And all of his people now have become servants. So you think about it. How were these people living before this happened?
Wow.
They probably were doing their own thing. Like, you know how people say, I'm just do me. They probably just doing me, whatever the hell that means. They probably were just growing their own food. You know, they were probably selling, making their own money, doing, you know, not even worried about what Pharaoh had going on. But now it got to the point where Pharaoh is in control over everything. Over everything. And all of the people have got pushed into the city. So now they live in the city. Pharaoh's in control over everything in Egypt. And now the people are willing to be servants. Like, he didn't even have to force them. They were gladly happy to be a servant to Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with us, man, like, and that's proof to show you that the so-called European race, man, they are a bunch of devils, man. Like, what they did to us, man, it was a prophecy. It was most definitely a prophecy that had to be fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? With us going into captivity. But the way that they done things, man, like if they were truly this righteous nation of people like they saying, or they were God-fearing people, they would have took us out of slavery and just did right by us, man, and been like, you know what? We're going to take you out. We're going to let y'all move into the cities. Or you could have just, you know, gave us what y'all said y'all was going to give, and we would have been all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people would have, I ain't going to say would have been comfortable being servants, but we wouldn't have been, you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have been so street when it comes to things with Esau, man. You got it also like that.
Verse 26. And Joseph made it a law over the land of Egypt.
He made it a what?
A law over the land of Egypt unto this day.
Wow.
That Pharaoh should have the fifth part, except the land of priests only.
So he made it a law in the land of Egypt that Pharaoh would get everything, a fifth of everything. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the same thing like tithes. You know, but he put that out. And what's the property? It's like, that's like taxes, what they got going on.
If I may say so.
Go ahead, Art.
It's a fifth. As a matter of fact, in verse 24, it said, it shall come to pass in the increase. When they get an increase, in verse 24, then it says they're going to give them a fifth. Well, a fifth is more than a tenth. They get, Pharaoh, in other words, 1 out of 5 crops is more than 1 out of 10 crops.
Hell yeah. And
He getting more.
Who's getting more?
Pharaoh getting more, 1 out of 5. That's like half as much. He getting twice as much. I'm sorry, than the Bible requires a tenth. You know.
You better thank the Most High for the tithes, man. Go ahead, you got it up.
Which become not Pharaoh's. Verse 27. And Israel dwelt in the land of Egypt, in the country of Goshen.
Goshen.
And they had possessions therein, and grew and multiplied exceedingly.
We did what?
Multiply exceedingly.
We grew and we multiplied exceedingly. You leave blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians alone, that's all I can tell you.
Wow.
You leave us alone, no abortion clinics, none of that trash, none of that garbage, and we have our own land, we will overpopulate any nation, man.
Right.
I think Moab is like the only person who's at a good competition. And the reason why Moab, which is the Chinese, have so many people because they have their own land and their own nation. So they're able to populate and have a ton of people. So imagine if blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians had their own land where we were able to flourish and populate.
Come, sir.
Go ahead, you got it out.
If I could say, sir,
Come.
you know, if it wasn't for Joseph actually put he made them civilized, really. I mean, and as far as their land is concerned, because like you said, they were living any kind of way. Joseph took all of that and did all that because his people were there, you know, and he wanted them to make sure they had something. Mm-hmm. And Joseph put Egypt on the map, really.
He did. He made Egypt a superpower. He gave Egypt a structure. He gave Egypt a format. He gave them laws. He gave them things that they needed.
Exactly,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying? Before then, they were just living any type of way, man.
Any kind of way.
But I can only imagine what Egypt was like before these laws got put into the land. Of Egypt.
Sir.
And that famine hit Egypt, but it also gave them a wake up on reality. They wasn't proud bastards at this time.
That's right.
You know, they were at a low state at this point in time.
Sir.
So, you know, you can only imagine how humble these people were at this point. You know what I'm saying? It takes things like that to happen for some people just to humble themselves. But this oppressor that we underneath, you got to just burn his whole goddamn empire down for him to be humble.
Right.
And he's still not going to be humble. You got to put him in slavery for him to be humble. You got to.
That's if I can say, sir. That's how you know Joseph is one of 12 tribes, because anything we do, like Shar said, we the salt of the earth. Man, anything we do, we progress. We progress. If it wasn't for America, if it wasn't for our people here working in America, building their factories, plotting, doing their cotton, and doing their land, this place wouldn't be nothing.
Damn right.
We built this place up.
Damn right.
Just like Joseph built Africa up.
Damn right. Get it, brother, here. He's right. Our people helped build these lands, man.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like here. They don't tell a lot of people this, but a black man was the one who designed the White House. And you know who built the White House? Mm-hmm. The White House. Good night. Damn. That's racist as hell. They tell my black people racist.
Right.
Damn, America's racist.
It is, sir.
It's like, yeah, we about to go into the White House. Damn. Count me out. I don't want to go into the White House. Go into the Black House.
That's right, sir.
Sheesh. You got it out.
Verse 28. And Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years.
He lived in the land 17 years, man. After coming out from the land of Canaan, he lived in Egypt for 17 years. Go ahead.
So the whole age of Jacob was 147 years.
Damn. That brother lived for 147 years.
God damn.
I wish I could live for 147 years. You think about the generations of children and grandchildren he was able to see, man.
Right.
You know, 147 years. You know how many children are born in 147 years?
Sir.
How many generations? You think about it. Let's just do some. Let's say every 25 years, a new generation of people are started.
Sir.
we just gonna do it like that's just lowballing. So let's say these people turn 25, because it was like how many 100 souls that came into the land of Egypt.
Yeah,
It was around maybe it might have been a little less.
everybody else had died, and then that was just the children, because all the other people had died off. Let them die off.
Let's say you got 25 people. Now they at the age of 25. Let's say you got 60 people.
Mm-hmm.
Those 60 people, you know, they all have kids. So you'll just say 30, because you know it say 60 maybe man and women, 30 women, 30 men.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say at the age of 25 they all have kids. So if they have kids, another 25 years pass by, those kids have kids. You got to think about, you know, but we ain't just having one child like that. You know, we maybe in a 10-year span, some brothers have 10 kids in 10 years, which is very possible to do. And with us not having that law of how many women you could be married to,
That's right.
you got to think about how many kids brothers will have in 10 years. One brother, you know, he might have 6 wives or 4 wives. And
Right.
each year, 2 of them have a baby.
Concept.
These 2 have a baby. Next year, these 2 have a baby. Next year, this other 2 have a baby. In 10 years, this brother don't have, goddamn, 10 kids.
Right.
Sheesh.
That's right.
More than that. Then another brother, he got 10 kids, 15 kids. And you just start to see us populate, reproduce, more children. So in 147 years, man, Jacob was like, damn, I got a whole nation.
That's right.
In 47 years, man, you're going to see kids grow up.
Right.
Just in 47, you know, he was in there for 17 years, but even in 17 years, you're going to still see kids grow up to be adults and babies grow up to be teenagers. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that Jacob got to see. He was alive for 147 years, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got it up.
Verse 29. And the time drew nigh that Israel must die.
Time to do what?
Drew nigh that Israel must die.
So the time drew near the way. It was time for him to pass away, man. It's time for him to give up the ghost. Go ahead.
And he called his son Joseph and said unto him, If now I have found grace in thy sight, put, I pray thee, thy hand under my thigh.
He did what?
I pray thee, thy hand under my thigh.
So he's about to make pretty much like it's like back then you would shake hands, but this time this is how we make oaths with each other, man. Go ahead.
Sir.
And deal kindly and truly with me. Bury me not, I pray thee, in Egypt. Verse 30. But I will lie with.
That was it, sir. I mean, that was it.
That
sir.
was it?
Yeah, I mean, got to go back to the knock.
Okay, come. We're gonna go back to the Tanakh.
Calm down, sir. Here you go. You want to read your knock? Feel like read?
30, 31.
Yeah, start on 30. Okay. Then you're going to go all the way to, 30, 31 there. Let's see, then we're going to go to verse 5, okay?
Come on. Genesis 47 and 30. Washaka bataya. Ana.
Where you at?
30.
47, 30?
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Ana.
Okay, all right, here we go. All right, just start over again. I'm sorry.
Verse 30. Washaka bataya. Ana. I'm. Abataya. Wanasha a tanaya. Mama Tza Rayana.
Matazarium.
Mama Tzarian. Wapa. Wakwa. Barata Naya. Bakwa Barata Na.
That little O at the end there, that's an M.
M.
So when you read this, Bakwa,
Bakwa,
Barathum.
Barathum, Waya, Amara, Anakaya, Aal, Shaha, Kada, Kadaba, Rock, Waya, Ha, Mara, Ha Shaba, Ha, Laya, Waya Sha, Ba Lawa, Waya Sha, Taka, Wa, Yasha, Ra'ala, Al,
Aisle.
Ra'asha, Ra'ash, Hama,
I'm sorry, Shalaki. You're right. Ra'ash.
Ra'ash, Hamasa, Ha. Verse 1.
Tell them where you at. 48 and 1.
Genesis 48 and 1.
Okay.
Makah, Waya Ha, Ya. Akara, Ya. Haba, Hadaba, Rayana, Ma.
Hadabariyam.
Hadaba,
The square on the end is a
M.
ending character for M. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Ha'ala, Ha. Waya'a, Mara. Layawa, Layawa, Sa. Hadaha,
Naha.
Hanaha. Abaya,
Abayak.
Kalaha, Wayakwa, Ka. Ata, Shadaya, Badayawa,
Bana. That's a
Bana.
Yawa.
Banayawa, Almawa, Ata, Madasha, Ha. Ata, Ata,
Aparium.
Aparium, Wayaga, Wayaga, that last character, so
Excuse me, Slocky. Where you at?
verse 2,
Okay.
Wayaga,
Wayagad.
Wayaga, Laya'a, Kwab, Waya'a, Mara, Hadaha,
Hanaha. That's a na. A short looking thing.
Hanaha, Banak, Yawasa, Ba'a, Alaya, Alayat,
That's a alayat. That ending character is a ka.
Alayat, Wa'ata, Ka, Zakwa, Yasharala,
Yasharala, Israel.
Wayashab, Wayashab,
Or do you want to just say Wayashab?
Wayashab. Verse 3. Waya'a, Mara, Ya'a, Kwab, All, Yawasa, All,
You want to say Allah?
Allah, Shah, keep forgetting this one.
That's a
7.
Da.
Shadaya,
Now, when it's at the end, it's a ka, like that. If it's longer, okay?
come.
Okay. Shadaya.
Shadaya, You said na.
No.
Na ra'a ha. Allah ya ba bala ya za ba'ara ba'aratza
The earth.
kana I
Canaan, like Canaan.
kana I
That little 7 on the end, small one.
come
That's an in. Canaan.
kana I
Okay.
wa ya ba ra
Rock. You right.
ra. It's a lot. You try it again. Wa ya ba rock. Ata ya. Wa ya a mara. Allah ya. Hanana ya. Ma.
Mapa.
Mapa ra. Rana. Raka.
Raka. You got it.
Wahara. Wara. Bayata. Ka. Wanata. Taya. Ka. Lakwa. Hala. Alma. Yana.
I'll go back there. Ama.
Ama.
Yum.
Ama yum.
That little circle is an M.
Okay.
I mean square or whatever you call it.
Wana tataya ata ha'a rataza ha haza ha haza a laza ra I ka aka raya ka a aka zata awa la lama
Iwalam.
awalam ya I taka laha salagi shana ya bana ya ka ha hanawa la again
Da.
la da ya yum
That's perfect.
laka ba'ar rataza mataza matazarim
Matazarium, like Egypt.
alda
Id.
aid ba'ya alaya alayaka matazarim no it's like
That's it. Matazarium. It's Matazarium.
Okay.
Let me read it again. Matazariya.
matazar riyama laya ham
That's it.
a
Apa.
apa raya
Aparium. Like
Aparium.
Ephraim. Right?
come on
Okay. Aparium.
wamana shaha kara'a waba
Kara'a waban.
kara'a waban washama a
One.
yaha yawa
That's it.
laya
That's it.
oh so
Now that's the end, yeah.
that's it.
We got to the English.
Not bad for that brother.
Yeah, reading that Hebrew, man.
Damn right. Where were you at? Verse, okay,
30
verse 30, okay. 47 and 31. 47 and 30. 47 and 30, Genesis. But I will lie with my fathers, and thou shalt carry me out of Egypt, and bury me in their burying place. And he said, I will do as thou hast said.
Right. So Joseph didn't want to get buried in the land of Egypt.
No.
And I don't blame him. He wanted to go back to the land of Canaan. The land of Canaan is today what we call the land of Israel, but it's actually more.
Wow.
It's actually more. It ain't just that little small part of Israel. It's actually more. It's also the Garden of Eden also.
Common
All of
concept.
that land over there is so glorious. It's so historical. And our forefather Jacob, he wanted to be buried there where his fathers were. Go ahead up.
It says, in verse 31, Genesis 47:31, King James Version of the Bible. And he said, swear unto me. And he sware unto him. And Israel bowed himself upon the bed's head.
Right. And you know what he said? He said, man, make sure. And he made that oath. He said, swear to me, this is what you're going to do.
Damn right.
When I die, bury me here. Go ahead.
Right. And it came to pass after these things that one told Joseph, behold, thy father is sick.
So now somebody came and told him that, hey, man, your father, he's sick, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And he took with him his 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim.
His 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim.
God.
Today, who is Manasseh and Ephraim today?
Got it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Manasseh is Cuba and Ephraim is Puerto Rico.
That's right. So this is where the so-called Puerto Rican and Cubans come from, man.
Common concept.
They have the same biological father. You know what I'm saying?
Concept.
We all got one main father, which is Jacob, but they
Right.
come from this nation. You know what I'm saying? Joseph. This is where the Puerto Ricans and the Cubans come from. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And one told Jacob and said, behold, thy son Joseph cometh unto thee. And Israel strengthened himself and sat upon his bed.
Right, that brother, man, even at his age of 147,
Wow.
while he was sick, he still had enough strength to set himself up for his son when he came in.
Wow.
Because that's the type of respect the father had for his son. You know what I'm saying? He respected his son for what he did also for his people, man. Go ahead.
And Jacob said unto Joseph, and Jacob said unto Joseph, the Most High Almighty appeared unto me at Luz in the land of Canaan and blessed me. Verse 4. And he said unto me, behold, I will make thee fruitful and multiply thee, and I will make of thee a multitude of people, and will give thee, and will give this land to thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession.
Everlasting possession, man.
God, so-
We supposed to have the land of Israel even to this day, man. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And now thy 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt, before I come unto thee unto Egypt, are mine. As
And this is what Jacob said. He took them two children and made them his sons, man.
right,
That's why you have 12 tribes of Israel. That's why you just don't have 11. You know, you don't have the tribe of Joseph. You got Manasseh and Ephraim.
right.
Go ahead.
Come, sir. And now these 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt, before I come unto thee into Egypt, are mine. As Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine. Wow.
That was it on that?
That was it on that, sir.
All right, this is 11:27. We're going to get ready to go ahead and close it out.
Come, sir.
In the Israel module. Because I can blow the shofar.
Come, sir.
We're going to uncover the scrolls. In Israel, left side. We're going to turn and face the east.
Come, sir. The Lord's Prayer. Abanawa,
Abanawa.
Shemaya,
Shemaya.
Wadash,
Wadash.
Haya,
Haya.
Shabka,
Shabka.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Malakutka,
Malakutka.
Baba'a,
Baba'a.
Batazayaka,
Batazayaka.
Haya,
Haya.
Asha,
Asha.
Barataza, Kaya, Haya, Bashamayam, Nathan, Lanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalak Yanawa, Kawawap Yanawa, Kasalak Yanawa, Kawawap Yanawa, Wala'af, Baba'aya Nawa, Banasayawan, Bo, Awashaya Nawa, Ayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwaf, Wahalab, Wahathaparaf, Lahawalanyam, Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom
Thy
come.
will be done.
Will be done
in earth, as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Forgive us, slacking. Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Give us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
We forgive our debtors.
Lead us not.
Lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation,
But deliver us.
from evil.
From
evil.
Thine is the kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom,
And the power.
and the power,
And the glory.
and the glory,
Forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
Aman. Bless Israel. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Washim Yahweh Shai.
Washim Yahweh Shai.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Washarala.
Washarala.
Wayah.
Wayah.
Bayav.
Bayav.
Sapariam.
Sapariam.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapa'ai.
Rapa'ai.
Magan.
Magan.
Hagan.
Hagan.
Washim Yahweh Shai.
Washim Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
And the school.
And the school.
Bless Heal, Shield, Protect.
Bless Hill, Shield, and protect
Our loved ones.
our loved ones.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Name Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Hakak the power. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Hashem Yahweh
Babu
Shai.
Kashab.
Babu Kashab.
Stalanawa.
Stalanawa.
Hakak.
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 Larpa'ai.
Larpa'ai.
Kamalakab.
Kamalakab.
Wakal.
Wakal.
Marawab.
Marawab.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lathahar.
Lathahar.
Amatazarium.
Amatazarium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahakwium.
Lahakium.
Amathium.
Amathium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Arakawaf.
Arakawaf.
Amatala.
Amatala.
Lagarshan.
Lagarshan.
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
What we just said in the English was, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
Power to heal all manner of sickness.
Power to heal all manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the
The
dead.
power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean
To cast
spirits.
them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Psalms 121. Asha'ah,
Asha'ah,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Awarium,
Awarium,
Mahayan,
Mahayan,
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Azaria,
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 Ma'aim,
Ma'aim,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Asha,
Asha,
Ashamai,
Shemaiah.
Awarataza,
Awarataza,
Ayathan,
Ayathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Wagalyaka,
Wagalyaka,
Ayanawam,
Ayanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Hanala'ah,
Hanala'ah,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yayashan,
Yashan,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Yasharala,
Yasharala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Tazalka,
Ayad,
Ayad,
Yamyanka,
Yamyanka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Ashamash,
Ashamash,
La'ab,
La'ab,
Yakakab,
Yakakab,
Wayarak,
Wayarak,
Walayala,
Walayala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Call Ride,
Call Ride,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Af,
Af,
Napashka,
Napashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Yatazalka, Yazaatka,
Yaza'aka,
Wabawatka,
Wabawatka,
Ma'ataf,
Ma'ataf,
Wa'aid,
Wa'aid,
Abalam.
Awalam. What we just said in the English was, I will lift up my eyes.
Lift up my eyes
to the hills.
to the hills,
From whence come my help?
which cometh my help.
My help come from Yahweh.
My help comes from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel.
he that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
The sun
hand.
shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth
From this time forward
and even
and
forevermore.
even forevermore. Psalms 83. Allahayam.
Allahayim.
Al Damaya.
Aldamaya,
Laka.
Laka,
Alta Karash.
Alta Karash,
Wayal.
Wayal.
Vashakwat.
Tashakwa.
Kayahana, Awabadyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Makah, Ya'amiwa, Sawada, Wayatha, Yatazawa, Altazawanyaka, Armawa, Lakaka, Salaki, Wanakakadam, Magayab, Wala'a, Yakazab, Sham, Yasharala, Awada, Kaya, Natazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Ayakaka, Bariyaf, Yakarawafwa, Alahaya, Aramwam, Wa, Yashama, Allah, Yam, Mawaba, Wagariam, Gabal, Wamawan, Wamalak, Palasha, I'm Yashabyaka, Kazawar, Gum, Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya, Lawat, Sala'a, Asha, Laham, Kamarian, Kasaya, Sara'a, Kabadian, Banakor, Kakwashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayan, Dara, Hayawa, Daman, Larama, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yamawa, Kara, Wazka, Zaba'a, Wakadzabak, Wakadzal, Mana'a, Kal, Nasa Yakamwa, Ashar, Ashamar, Nashar Ashab, Lonawa, Abda, Nawaf, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagaya, Gaya, Kakwash, Lapanya, La Rakoa, Kaash, Tabaaria, Ara, Wakalaba, Balahat, Hawarium, Khan, Daradakma, Basaaraka, Wasaba, Slakia. Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'ai, Panyaham, Palawan, Waya, Bakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yashbashwa, Waya, Bahalwa, Ayaid, Waya, Karapawa, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Da'awa, Kaya, Ata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labatka, Hayawan, Akal, Rataza.
What we just said in the English was, keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Follow thy enemies.
Follow thy enemies.
Make a tumult.
Make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
They that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consult against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
Have said.
Come.
Come.
Let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off
from being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
Name of Israel
May be no more remembrance.
may be no more remembrance.
For they are consulted together.
For have consulted together
With one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacles of Edom.
And the
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
Hagarenes.
Gabal.
Gabal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
Amalek.
The Philistines.
Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur is also joined with
They
them.
are hoping the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them
As unto the Midianites.
as unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As a
At the
Jabin.
brook of
At the
Kassar.
brook of Kasan.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at
They
Endor.
became as dung for the
It
earth.
became a dump of the earth.
Make their nobles like a reb.
Make their nobles like a
And
reb.
like Zaire.
Like Zaire.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes as Zabah.
All the princes of Sabbath.
And as Zamuna.
And as Zamuna.
Who said. Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to
The
ourselves
houses of Yahweh
the
in possession.
houses of Yahweh in possession.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
That's the stumble before the
It's
wind.
the stumble before the wind.
That's the fire burning their wood.
The fire that burns the wood.
That's the flame set up the mountains on fire.
Flames that set the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute them.
So persecute them
With thy tempest.
with thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid
With thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill thy faces with
That
shame.
they may seek thy
They
name.
may seek thy
O
name.
Yahweh.
O
Let
Yahweh.
them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble.
And trouble
Forever.
forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know
That thou.
that thou,
Whose name alone.
whose name alone
Is Yahweh.
is Yahweh,
The most high.
the Most High
Over all the
over
earth.
all the earth.
sorry, we're gonna turn back. We're gonna put the scrolls back down. Men of Israel, we're gonna do we're gonna blow the shofar one more time to close it out.
No, kind sir.
Sorry, Christ. No, you good. You good. You can go ahead and put it back up. You good.
Gonna do the salute.
Oh, Salaki. We do gotta salute the Torah. The water. Salaki. We gotta salute the Torah. Salaki. Men of Israel, prepare to salute the scrolls.
Okay, sir.
All right. Yahweh Bashem Salaki. Yahweh Bashem Yashab Rakyah.
How about Shem Yahshua Brak Yah?
Yahweh Bashem Yashab Rakyah. All right, we're gonna put the scrolls back down. Salaki, the water for that truth is up.
Kind sir.
All right, men of Israel, we're going to do one courteous salute. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Barak, Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Barakatham. All right, with that, shalom.